My name's Patricia Stanya, and I guess first came to the Alexandria to see Mr Attar in March 2014. I had problems with both knees, lots of pain, couldn't walk, couldn't sleep. I had several injections from Mr Attar, steroid injections, that only lasted a short time. He decided to do keyhole surgery on both knees at the same time, and I recovered from that quite quickly. It was probably 6 weeks before I could really move about and action again, but the operation went fine. I'm now 7 weeks down the line, and the operation went very well. I didn't have full anaesthetic. I had the needle in the spine, which I'd recommend to anybody, because the recovery, I read on the internet and spoke to Mr Attar that the recovery was much better if you had the injection as opposed to anaesthetic. Prior to the operations for both the knees and the hip, I worked full time. I had a busy job, so if I was driving up and down the country, it affected my driving. Just pain, complete pain at all times. There was no let up from the pain. I was permanently doped with painkillers, which make you sleepy. So in effect, it affected work because I couldn't drive about as easily as I could. I definitely couldn't sleep. The pain was excruciating in the night time, all down my legs. And just general activities, whatever you do, you know, swimming, gym, it affected everything because takes the weight of your whole body. He's very personable. I hadn't heard of Mr Attar, and he was, in all honesty, I just had a look on the internet, saw his profile, came along to see him, but obviously I was more than happy with what happened, or else I wouldn't have come back for the second operation. I think he's very, very personable. He instilled confidence in me, and he's been very supportive ever since. And even after the operation, certainly the hip operation, I had a few problems, another condition that's not relevant to this, but it's an ear condition, and I was on medication. And I spoke to Mr Attar and his secretary, and they were really, really helpful on calling me back and advising me how to take how not to take the medication, etc. So I can't fault him personally. I'm like, do you know, believe it or not, I'm looking forward to sleeping in bed and being able to turn over either side, you know, and just generally lie down properly. You don't realise how many things you drop in a day. One of the things is you can't bend down to pick anything up, and it sounds bizarre, but in a day I didn't realise I dropped so many things, but clearly I have. So just generally being able to go out and walk about again, go for nice walks, etc. The service has been to date, since first meeting Mr Attar to date, it's been excellent. I really cannot fault the whole thing. It's been great, and I hope I don't have to come back for any more treatment, but if I did, I'd certainly be contacting Mr Attar again.